Welcome, welcome. We're live here on the Culture and Effect podcast. Hey, what's up, T-Lay?
What's up? I'm Brandon Rashard.
Hey, look, man, we're here live on set at a special location and got a special guest here with us. Alexa, introduce yourself.
I am Alexis Sherrill. Some of you guys know me as Lexi, your favorite esthetician in Monroe, Louisiana. Let me go and say my saying because if I don't say it,
Right.
it'll be on me. I am a waxing queen, catching everything on the in between from the front to the back because I just do it like that. I also offer holistic care services, which means that I offer you alternatives to medication.
Also, that saying that you just said, like, what? How did you come up with that saying?
I don't know. People normally ask me like, what does a Brazilian wax include? And so I guess some places just wax the front area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people be like, what all does that include? So I was like, it's the front, the back, and everything on in between. So it just kind of
It kind of just rolled off the tongue.
yeah, it just kind of picked up after that.
Okay. What is it? One more time.
Wait a minute.
The front.
It's bars.
Back. I know bars, right?
Uh-huh.
No, it's waxing queen, catching
Waxing
everything
queen.
on the in between,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
from the front to the back, because I just do it like that.
Oh, bars. it just flows, just flows off the tongue,
It
natural.
does.
I'll tell you, man. We're here. We're live at your location, man. You do a lot of things here at this location. Can you just give us a short rundown of everything that you offer here?
Man. So of course I offer Brazilian waxing, full body waxing from head to toe, from brows, back, chest. So if y'all looking at
how much
Hey.
No,
it's gonna be summertime. It's
full
gonna be
body.
summertime. Full body, arms, legs, underarms. What else do we do? We do body contouring, which is
So what is that?
so it's a non-invasive way for people who maybe don't have the funds right now for weight loss, or who are trying to lose weight before they go and have surgery, or they're just trying to lose like a couple inches around their waist. We also do non-invasive butt lifts, non-invasive breast lift. We have a walk-in infrared sauna. So we kind of do
Okay.
like the whole weight loss little regimen. We're actually working on getting in a private trainer. I'm waiting on somebody to
Okay.
move back in town.
Okay.
So we can kind of incorporate that all together. We have a massage therapist, Miss Dominique, who is freaking amazing. So she does hot stone massages. She does mommy to be massages. She does womb massages, which is a new thing that we're getting ready to introduce. That's for people who have like painful menstrual cramps or have trouble going to the bathroom.
Okay. I know something like we need to get Brandon here to get that chest wax. And see
What?
Is it peeking out your shirt?
No,
I hate when
no.
people have hair and you can see
You
it
can
like,
see it peeking out just like a little. Nah. I don't think I got it that bad. I think I just got like a little,
the little fuzz.
a little fuzz.
Or taco meat. That's what they call it.
taco meat. Yeah, that taco
It's
meat.
fine here. I ain't got the little BB.
Wait.
Like, it's fine.
He lied.
It's
rolled
not
up.
coarse. It's real fine. You know.
I'll tell you, man. So look, man, we're here. We're having a great time. Like she just ran down some of the things, some of the things that she offered here, man. What got you into doing what you're doing?
Man, you know what? This wasn't even like the goal to be doing any of what I'm doing now. So I started off in the mall at a place called Just Strings in Pecanland Mall.
Okay.
And I started off just threading eyebrows. And the plan when I went to beauty school was to just like do makeup.
Okay.
Like I went in for aesthetics to do makeup. And now I don't even do makeup at all. So once I graduated beauty school, I got a job at Just Strings, and then I started threading brows, and then I took on adding on facials, and then they have locations like all around Texas, Florida. They have different other locations and stuff too, but our location was the only one that didn't do like body wax and like back, chest, and Brazilian. So many people started coming in and asking about it that they finally made me do the training on it. It's crazy because when I was in beauty school, I was like, that's one thing that we kind of skipped over that lesson because I was like, I was determined. I'm not waxing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anybody body parts, no private areas, nothing. So when I started at this place, they made me do the training on it, and let me just say, I sucked when I first started doing it. Yeah, my
You
first
didn't have
wax.
people walking around with patches and everything.
No, but my first wax took me like an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
It took me like an hour and a half.
For how long does it usually supposed to take?
A wax now takes me about 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh, and you got from an hour and a half all the way
An
down.
hour and a half to like 5 to 7
You
minutes.
wasn't trying to touch me. You was just like,
I wasn't. That's how I was.
She was scared.
I was, and I was like, 'cause, you know,
Yeah.
I just wasn't used to it. And I had a lady that came from out of town, and by this point, I had been doing it for like a couple of weeks. And she was like, "You're not bad at what you're doing," but she was like, "You could tell you don't like." Like, she was like, "You can tell you don't like what you're doing, or you're not really comfortable with it."
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Your technique and stuff is okay," but she was like, "Sweetheart, tell me where to hold and do this." And I was like, "I don't want to tell you to hold and stretch." So after and she actually came to me like a couple times before she had her out of town job and stuff.
Right.
And so she is the one who actually kind of got me used to waxing.
Okay.
And so once I left Jet Strings, I actually got a little bit more training. And then when I opened up my own place is when I really fully got into it.
Okay.
And speaking of open up your own place, like from where I'm looking at now, I know where I think you started it, because like you was next door to one of the radio stations, Magic 97, when I was working at Magic 97, and just to look where you come from there to here, it's a real true testimony of started from the bottom, now I'm here.
It is. And like I said, I didn't even plan on like running a business, owning nothing, or being my own boss or anything. I kind of got thrown into it. And so I started on North 31st Street. And I actually got everything kind of lined up, and it kind of
just flowed, right?
Yeah, it was kind of meant to happen, because like my first place, the rent was only like $550.
Right.
Yeah.
And I had like 6 to 8 rooms.
Yeah.
So I went from that, and then I got another location after that. I was there for like 4 years, and the guy kept on saying, "I'm gonna go up on your rent each year." He was like, "I'm gonna go up," and he never went up. So I paid $550 for like 8 rooms. For all that time. And so I was like, okay. So then my clientele kind of grew, and then I got the second location and partnered up with some amazing people. And then now I bought my own building.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 stories, over 6,000 square feet.
Wow.
And so it's crazy because everything after that second location that I kind of was looking for, I got it in here. Like I wanted a shower. I wanted it upstairs. I wanted to have some kind of area that was outside, like a little, not so much, because I didn't know I wanted like a garden area, but I just knew I wanted like an area outside. And so I kind of got that too.
So every room, every piece of this building is used for the spa or for business. So
everything is used for spa services, spa business. Everything is either massage room, waxing room, body contouring room. We have our sleep area upstairs. So after you get your service and you're not ready to go yet, you can go upstairs. You can take you a nap, or you can go outside in the garden. We also do like cigars, like for the guys that come, if you want to do like some cigars and some cognac, you can sit outside in the garden. And we also have hookah. All right, so if you don't like cigars
and cognac back there in the garden, relaxing.
I'll tell you, man, look, it's the Culture and Effect podcast. Look, we're here with Alexis. Look, stick around. We're going to talk about so much more. We're going to talk about something we're going to go in depth on some of the things she do right here at this location and more. So y'all stick around right here to the Culture and Effect podcast.
Oh, Guerrero, when you need advice and don't know where to go. When family matters, we've been a family firm for over 85 years. At Guerrero, the difference is clear. When you're hurt with a name to know, go Guerrero.
We're live at Turkey Legs on the Run, and it's sweeping the nation. They're stuffing your favorite foods into turkey legs. Ma'am, I see you have chicken Alfredo stuffed in yours. Care to tell us about it? Riveting. Sir, I see you have a sausage jambalaya stuffed leg. How is it? Well, you heard it here first. Turkey Legs on the Run is just that damn good. Turkey Legs on the Run, 207 Sterlington Road in Monroe.
Welcome back here to the Culture and Effect podcast. What's up? I'm T-Lay.
Brandon Richard.
And look, we're here with our special guest, man, Alexis. We're live at her location. Look, man, just like I want to talk about one thing that I know for a fact that I come in and get, like these facials. Like, man, Brandon, if you haven't had a facial from her, yeah, a facial from
You know what
her,
he means.
yeah, right. If you haven't had one, bruh, like I come in here every time I come here in here with it on my mind of that, I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy, relax, and I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I fall asleep every single time I come here and get a facial from her.
Man, that's how we coming. We making them fall asleep.
He may have lasted maybe 5 to 6 minutes. He was trying. He was so he was trying so hard. Like he was tensed up and like he was trying to hang up in there. But after about 5 or 6 minutes, he was snoring. Like,
oh man. I know. I won't be able to go. You be looking at me like, what in the world?
Bro, it'd be one of those situations that you don't even know you falling asleep.
Yeah.
Like in my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm beat. I'm staying awake. Like I got this all. And next thing you know, I know I'm missing certain parts of certain things. Like I know I zoned out somewhere and I can't remember. So I'm like, what the hell? Did I fall asleep? I know I didn't fall asleep.
Putting you out, knocking you out. She got that room upstairs, the sleep room for you.
He didn't even make it to the room, the sleep room upstairs.
I fell asleep right there in that chair.
Oh man.
He does the 60-minute grooming massage.
Okay.
The Signature King. When his wife don't try to take it from him.
Right.
So every facial, like the one that he got, we have like a signature facial, then we have like customized treatment.
Okay.
So even the signature facial is still kind of customized according to each person. As people come in for a facial, and what kind of sets me apart from everybody is I kind of listen to everybody's body needs something different.
Mm-hmm.
And so whether it's in your shoulders when you come in your neck, whether your body needs flushing, I kind of feel you out during those first few minutes to assess like what actually do you need from this facial. Like, do you need an emotional release? Do you need an actual in-depth treatment like skincare treatment? You're gonna get that regardless, but like I said, everybody's skin and everybody's body speaks differently, and so we just kind of flow with that and go accordingly when you come into the room.
So about the like how you saying how a body speaks to you. So how does a body speak to you if somebody's coming in? So y'all having this conversation and you talking to them, and how are you assessing the things that they need?
Let's take T-Lay for instance, when he come in, and so how he was tense. You do this all the time. You sitting up. So when he came in, I knew he needed, because he haven't had a facial in a while. But once I started working on him, I can feel the tension in his neck. I can feel the buildup in his chest area.
Yeah.
I can feel it in his neck. I can feel it in his head. So his body needed a kind of a release. You can feel it all in his arms and everything. So that's why he was so tight when we first started.
Okay.
So we had to go in, and I incorporated different aromatherapies when we first started in his first couple of cleanses to kind of loosen him up some. And so that's what I mean by, and then like everybody, so I started him with our aromatherapy cleanse. Everybody doesn't start with our aromatherapy cleanse. So you may start with oil cleanser, or I may see that you have acne, or sometimes I start people, even though you come in to get a facial, sometimes I start showing your back, and a lot of people come in and be like, well, I came in to get a facial, why are we starting on your back? Because sometimes I can feel it in your back, and it's your body is pulling, and we need to release. It's pulling from the front, but we need to release some of that on your back before I can turn you over, so you can relax doing your facial. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see why you fall asleep. I'm probably, I need a facial or cleansing or relaxation right about now.
yeah, some of the things now with some of your women clients that's out there. What are some of the things what are some advice that you could give some of the women out there that's listening to the podcast right now?
Like on facials or
Oh, just overall, what are some of the major concerns or major things that when women come come here that they want make sure they want to get done?
Oh, it's a lot. First of all, I want to say when they come in, a lot of people think that these services are a luxury.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want to just break the barrier on that and say that these services are not just a luxury. It's like a wellness thing, because when you keep up with it, you are taking care of your overall health. Whether it's relating to stress, if you come regularly for a facial or a massage, like if you come weekly, and we have like different plans and different bundles and stuff that we can kind of set up for you to get you on like a little regimen and stuff. So a lot of people kind of come in and they're worried about the cost of the different things. I want to say that we will work with them and stuff. But one of the main things is everybody thinks it's like a luxury until they actually come in. And from the yoni steam, we didn't even talk about.
No, we ain't talk about that.
So
what is that?
Yeah.
So that is, I also call it vaginal hydrotherapy. Okay. It's when we mix up different herbal blends and we immerse them into hot water, and then the hot water, they immerse in the water, and then the steam carries it up to the vaginal canal.
Okay.
And so it addresses different concerns. So some women, you were saying what some of the things that women come in and have trouble with. Some women come in and have painful menstrual cramps. Some women come in who can't get pregnant. Some women come in who have endometriosis. Some women come in who have multiple partners and they kind of need a release, a spiritual release, and a cleansing release.
Break them
from
soul
those
ties.
right. So those are some of the things that we offer in our with our yoni statement.
Okay.
And then we have like you can pair it with like a release massage, or you can pair it with like a release facial.
Okay.
Which is kind of like a transference of energy.
Man, I'm telling you, she pretty much do it all here. Like, and the thing about it, like one thing that we touched on earlier, it's not just for women. Like men, you can come here and get certain things. She talked about how she has pretty much her garden set up out there where you just come chill, relax, sit back, smoke a cigar, drink some cognac. That's what you do. Hennessy. I don't know what you drink.
All of it.
Oh yeah, do all of it.
I'm not an alcoholic. I do it from time to time.
We have non-alcoholic. We have a bar that's in. We're a little fancy now. We done moved.
What? You got it. Wait.
We can make like little mocktails.
Oh, you got the bar set up?
Yes.
Oh Lord, man. So you better have me in here tomorrow.
Like a whiskey sour without the whiskey. We can hook it up for you.
Hook it up for you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, man. Look, it's going down. All right, so like right here, like some of the things, give us some things that can really change like the atmosphere of us right now. Like if someone is stressed, someone is just going through some things,
or feel like they got just tons of weight on their shoulder, and they feel like they just can't move fast. They're in a slow motion state.
That's kind of the reason why everything is set up like it is here. Like some people they come in and they don't even get a service. They just need to escape.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of atmosphere. Like it's light and it's bright now that y'all are here. But normally when you come in, the music is going, my sage is burning, my candles and aromatherapy, everything is set from the time a person walks in. So like I say, sometimes people just come in and they just sit in the waiting room area, and after a few minutes they sleep. And so that's why we created the lounge area, and then that's why we created the sleep room upstairs for people like that just need an atmosphere where they can escape the everyday life.
I'm telling you, like, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I come here, I just want to like it set a scenery for me. I just want to sit here, take my shoes off, cross my legs, and just meditate. Like that's what I want to do.
And that's the kind of vibe that I create here, so you can do that. Like you don't just have to come in and get a facial or get a service necessarily. If you just want to come in to just be here for a little bit, you can do that.
Yeah, because I walk this room to the left when you go through this door here.
That's how it
was. Yeah, it has that type of lighting, that mood is set. You know, I can imagine with everything going, the music going. You got the sage or the aroma therapy scents going. I can see how it can relax, and you can just come and kind of just release. Take a load off.
So here at this location, can you tell the people what is the address, physical address to this location?
It is 5709 Desire Street in Monroe, Louisiana, right next door to Teachers Mart.
Okay.
It's the burgundy building with the sunflowers.
With the sunflowers.
So yes, teachers. I'm a teacher too, so we go to Teachers Mart right next door, and then once we get all our material, you can come right next door, take a load off, because you know we stress sometimes. It's the end of the year. It's the end of the year. It's crazy around this year, so you know you might need to come here, take a load off, get a facial. You got me saying facial now.
Right.
Facial.
We know what he's talking about, though. We know what he's talking about.
Get a facial. Massage, you know, and relax, and you know we can go back re-energize for the next day.
Actually, in May we'll be having something for the teachers.
Oh,
We missed what is it? Teachers Appreciation Week.
no, is it?
Or is
Well,
that
ours
what's
in May. It's in May.
Okay, so that's what we do in May. I know one year we did like a huge barbecue for the teachers and stuff where they were able to
Oh, she
come.
talking about language
and-
there.
It was complimentary where we fed them, we had cocktails, and then we did like little mini massages, and we did foot baths.
If you hear it, and teachers
So-
watching, you hear that?
That was at my last location that we did that, and then the year before that, the year after that, I think we did like oxygen bar sessions and then little facials. So I try to do something for the teachers around that time. So just stay tuned because you never know what I'm gonna do for them.
All right, that's dope. All right, so let's
That
get
is
back to
dope.
you real
That's
fast.
very dope.
You said when you originally got into this, like you wasn't expecting it to grow the way it has grown. You weren't expecting to become a businesswoman when you got into this. Like, what was that transition that really opened your eyes to say, you know what, this right here can really grow, and I can really step out and help people and do my thing.
Man, oh my goodness, that's a tough one. Like, cause even like after like my first year or two in business, I was like, like, is this? Like, you got to understand from like when I first got into it and stuff. I didn't stay on the job longer than like 6 months.
Okay.
And so when I went to beauty school and stuff, my wife and I graduated and I got my first job. My wife was like, "You better not quit either." She was like, "You better not quit either." So I was making really good money there, but they were working me like a dog. Like,
Yeah.
the working in the mall, you have to be there. The store has to be open like 7 days a week, and then somebody has to be there from the time the mall open to the time the mall closes.
Yeah.
And so some kind of way I became like the manager of the store. And I was like, well, dang, if I'm running a store and I'm doing all this, then I can do this, on my own by myself. But I didn't realize when I did step out, like going from managing and working in somebody else's business to opening your own, you got to buy your own products. You got to get your own clients in, because that's them people clients.
Right.
So you got to get your own clients in. You got to do your own marketing. Like, so Monica was like, Alexis, you opening this business up. And she was like, I already know you don't stay. She was like, she always believed in me, but it was like she was more so tell me, like,
You can't quit on this one.
Yeah.
like, I believe in you, but do not quit.
Yeah.
Like, give it some time. And so after the first year, it did pretty good. And then the second year, it picked up more. But that third year is when it really kicked off. And I was like, dang, people really,
Enjoying the service.
yeah.
That's
like,
when
I
you
really
came up
got
with your
so-
slogan.
Yeah. I was like, dang, people are like, okay, I'm really doing this. People are really coming to me, trusting me with their skincare. People are really coming and trusting me with like their waxes. And so after that, I kind of was like, okay, then I made my first 6 figures, and I was like, I could really make, because before that I was working 2 jobs. So I always had another job as like a backup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Just
the
in case.
Just in case. Yeah. It was like my
feel
just
you.
in case.
Gotcha.
So once I finally quit the other jobs and went full on spa. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is gonna be like my bread and butter. And then I made that first 6 figures, and I was like, holy crap. Because people used to ask me, like, what's your real job? And I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, I'm an esthetician. They was like, but what's your real job? Now, before that, I used to be like, you know, Lapels or McDonald's or Catfish King.
Yeah.
Like, that's my real job. But then I just do this. But now when people ask me, like, well, estheticians are everywhere now. But back then, nobody really knew what an esthetician was.
Right.
And so when I told them what it was, like, I do skincare, I do brows, it was like, okay, well, it can't be no money in it. So what's your real job? So after that, it kind of took off after that.
So,
the third year was like the golden year.
Let me ask you. So what do you think caused that shift from where people were like, you know, what's your real job or what's an esthetician to now everybody, they popping up everywhere, and now everybody wants to go to a esthetician? And what caused that shift?
I got me a mentor.
Okay.
I got a spa mentor. And then I started joining like little spa groups and stuff.
Yeah.
And when you're around people who are kind of going through the same thing and stuff, and then y'all encouraging each other.
And you know, the thing is, one thing that I got from your story just now is you know, and it's the same. I'm going through the same situation. Like
stepping out on faith.
You're stepping out on faith for one. But even though you done stepped out on faith, in your story, just to mind that you still worry about what if, even though the other people out there, like your wife, saw the potential in you and knew what can happen, you still didn't see that potential in you. You still didn't see that vision that other people see. And it took a minute for you to actually let go. As soon as you let go, that's when God stepped in and showed you.
Yeah.
You hit it right on the point. Like, soon as I was like, okay, everybody else is telling me. And then let me tell you the crazy part about it is when my clients, even some of them who came, who followed me from the mall and stuff, they kept on saying, like, this isn't gonna be big enough. Like, this place isn't gonna be big enough. And then when I got the second place, they were like, you're gonna outgrow this place. This place is not gonna be big enough. And like, even some of those clients and different people who are just coming in now are coming in and telling me that this place, and they're like, this place is not gonna be big enough. I'm like, I just got this.
Right.
Like, what?
No.
And all I can think about is the people who told me before, like, this isn't big enough. This isn't gonna be big
Sound
enough.
like you're gonna be opening up another building soon.
So yeah.
We gonna see. Look, whatever his will is for me, I'm ready for it. I'm open to it. That's what I've learned lately. It's just to submit.
Yeah.
On my wellness journey, which I'm gonna be picking up on my podcast, Wellness Talks with Lex. I'm starting to get back into it.
Yeah.
So I'll be telling about my journey because it's always gonna be ups and downs. But lately, especially the path that I've been on lately and stuff, like the spiritual growth has I've grown like so much within like this last year coming to the point that I'm at now. Like, it's crazy. And it's crazy because some people they see it in me. Like, I'm a worrier. Like,
right. Yeah.
Like, what if this happened, or what if that happened, or stuff that ain't even happened yet, but you start making up scenarios and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've been on a good little journey, which I'll talk more of it into my podcast.
And speaking of that, like, what is the name of your podcast?
It is Wellness Talks with Lex. So of course I'll be giving like little insights and little tips on different skincare treatments and waxing tips and everything. But it'll also be spiritual, emotional, health, wellness, a little bit of everything. Like, you'll even see some of my family on there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So as far as you saying you're spiritual, what is your routine? Your routine with if you say you having a day where you're feeling that worry and stuff coming on, how do you combat that?
It's crazy because I had just told Monica that I'm not really and everybody, when I say this, everybody be like, what? I'm not really like a people person.
Yeah.
But if you met me, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
but I'm not really like a people person. And so like it was crazy because last week when we were in church, the pastor was talking about how she was an introvert and how she got to get away from people, and that's how she kind of recharges.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I am too. Like I'm a people person when I'm around people, but when I'm not, that's like my time that I kind of take to recharge. And like sometimes around here after clients and stuff, they be looking for me, and I'd be like by myself in the infrared sauna.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm an introvert too. So if you be around, when introverts be around a lot of people all the time, it takes some energy. You take energy, especially when you can feel other people's energy. Yeah. So you taking in other people's energy and you giving out your energy and stuff like that. You get drained sometimes. You do have to go be by yourself, recharge, do whatever you like to do to to calm yourself down.
All right, look, man, y'all got it locked inside the Culture and Effect podcast. Look, stick around. When we come back, we're going to ask Alexis to give us some tips, like give us some wellness tips, give us some beauty tips, just some short things that people can do out there on their own, or, just to stay focused on something. So y'all stick around right here to the Culture and Effect podcast.
Tyrone. If you find yourself like this in need to call Tyrone, well, call Mr. Bell Bell Bonds. That's 325-3733. Serving all of Northeast Louisiana, Ouachita Parish, Lincoln, Union, Richland, West Carroll, and Jackson parishes. That's Mr. Bell Bell Bond. In jail, call Mr. Bell 325-3733.
Welcome back to the Culture Effect podcast. I'm T-Lay.
Brandon Richard.
We're here with our favorite person, Alexis here. All right, so look, man, when we just left, we talked about, I asked you, can you give some tips to the people? So can you lay some tips? What you want to talk about?
Let's talk about waxing tips.
Okay.
Let's talk about the do's and the don'ts of waxing.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about the do's first, like preparing for a wax. First of all, you need to have at least the length of a grain of rice. You don't have to pour rice down there.
I was about to say, look, you're going to have people going buy some rice just to measure. It's a grain. It's not a grain.
At least 2.5 to 3 weeks of hair growth. I would like 4 weeks, but I know coming from shaving or nearing or whatever kind of hair removal method they're using other than waxing, it may be a little difficult.
Okay.
So at least 2 to 2.5 weeks of hair growth, and I would say you'll be good to go for waxing. What you want to do to prepare for it is start exfoliating a couple days leading up to your wax. Make sure that you are freshly showered for your wax, and we all
right.
He like, you really gotta say that?
Yeah, right.
Sometimes people be, but you know what? I haven't had any. Thank God. I've been doing this for about 12 years now.
Okay.
I haven't had any super bad experiences or anything, but I have a shower room now. So if anybody is like late from work or just coming from working out, they don't have to worry about running home and doing this and that. They can come, slip them a robe on, take their shower, come get their wax, get them in and out.
Right.
That's
I hope they just go there and just don't hop in the chair without, then you got to have that conversation. How you be nice and tell them that you got to go wash your, because if they come in and they just left the gym, they should, hey, let's go use the shower room, not just hop in your chair, and then you got to go to that uncomfortable place and be like, hey, you need to go. I got this room upstairs.
Alexis go on the cool. She gonna do it. She gonna grab one of the masks and put it on. I don't know. That might be worse right there. Grabbing the mask. All right, go on. Continue, Lex.
I'm gonna power through it. You would never know. And we would never speak.
You gotta get you a person to just step in for you to be that. Hey, go watch. You can tag them in. Go tag them in. Come handle this situation for me.
Throw the flag.
Wash up before y'all come. And then if you don't have time, she got the shower room up there for you. Nice little amenity. You got me talking like you, Mr. Facial. But yeah, she got everything you need.
Everything.
So we said exfoliate. Make sure that you take you a shower, and then you can do like a nice warm shower. That'll help loosen up the skin around the hair, so that
Okay.
the hairs come out a lot easier. So not just throwing shade. It actually helps with a warm shower before you come. Another thing you want to do is wear loose clothing, and then bring a new set of underwear, because you don't want to get waxed and then put your same underwear on that you just came
Same way.
in.
You're right.
Especially if you've been in them all day. So let's get to the aftercare. So after the wax, you don't want to do any naked wrestling.
That's
For-
a PG version of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For at least 24 to 48 hours. The reason being is because you don't want to spread any bacteria
Gotcha.
on your
Okay.
freshly waxed skin. A lot of people be like, why? Because you don't want to spread bacteria. You sweat, and that's why we tell you don't
I
work
know
out.
the men be
because-
like, dang, man.
now,
She
for
really
people
got
who
waxed.
just absolutely cannot wait, I do tell them, both of y'all, not just one, but both of y'all take a shower with an antibacterial soap before and immediately after.
Okay.
And so that way, if you just can't wait, if you just have to,
She said that
antibacterial,
she got that thing looking good. You can't wait. You can't wait. So,
get an
get that
antibacterial soap,
dial antibacteria, something like
and then before and after.
I ain't gonna lie to you got some doggone cream, buttercream, something you be selling up
My
here.
body, but Monica
Body-
actually
yeah.
makes the body butter.
Okay.
And so they can actually use that to moisturize. We actually getting ready to come out with our spring line within the next couple of weeks. We
Nice.
have gentleman scents as well.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm a fragrance.
What about that
person.
beard oil? I know we get off the subject. It's popping up though.
The beard oil, we'll have it back for this summer.
Okay.
We'll definitely have it for Father's Day.
All right.
So
cool.
we'll have like little bundle packages and stuff that they can buy you for beard treatments. So it'll be like the oil, the balm, and the moisturizer. We might even put a wash in there too.
Nice. Nice.
Okay,
Hold on a
we,
second.
we took her away from her tips.
Yeah.
So wash your hoo-has and
Why you go back to that? Like, like
No,
she was past that
No,
part.
no, we wasn't.
Yes, we was.
Okay. I was just gotta make sure that they know, because we don't need her up in here, have to have conversations and stuff with y'all,
She said
No.
she gonna war it out.
She said she gonna
push
tough
through
it out. She's
Yeah.
nice like that.
All right, you
She-
carry on.
Okay. My bad.
he just
Watch
took
it.
it out of the way. Okay, so since we back to like the pre, let's talk about antibiotics. You don't want to be on any kind of antibiotics when you're getting ready to get waxed. Reason being, your body is already fighting off an infection, or is already trying to heal what's going on with your body. And since waxing is kind of a form of trauma to the skin,
Right.
you don't want to wax on antibiotics because it can cause bruising. It's already trying to heal your body from something else. So you don't want to cause any more trauma going on with your body than what the antibiotics is trying to heal.
Oh no! Wow.
Um,
Didn't know that.
Mm-mm.
A lot of people don't know that you're not supposed to wax when you're using Retin A or an Accutane, because it thins your skin out, and so it causes you're more prone to lifting. So that's why we ask all these questions and stuff when you come in,
Okay.
because we need to know these things so we don't have.
What are those two things you know?
So Retin A and Accutane.
All right. What are those?
Normally people get those from their dermatologist, and they're taking them to help prevent acne or.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Another thing, aftercare, we talked about no naked wrestling for at least 24 to 48 hours. You want to use an antibacterial soap to bath with. You want to start moisturizing that night. You don't have to exfoliate. Give it about 2 or 3 days before they start exfoliating. The hair is going to start to grow back in a lot thinner. So you want to make sure you're exfoliating and moisturizing so the hair can kind of push back through the skin. If not, that's when people start running into problems with ingrown hairs.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
if they weren't waxed in the proper.
Starting to look like a Star Crunch.
Wait,
Go ahead.
I don't know where he's coming up with this stuff from.
where you getting this terminology from?
You just saying you can get them ingrown hairs, then they start looking bumpy. Then
I can't unsee it now. Like,
Star Crunch.
Star
Uh-huh.
Crunch.
Get you a Star Crunch down there.
I just lost all my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Next time somebody come in, they go like, "Oh, girl, you got you a star crush."
I told you to exfoliate. I told you what you need to do. See, now you got this little star crush going on.
Ingrown hairs.
Okay.
No tight clothing, because friction can cause ingrown hairs too. A lot of times people see ingrown hairs in their bikini line areas because their underwear and their pants are rubbing up against their thigh area and stuff. So those are kind of like.
Or they been a hoochie mama trying to go to the club at night.
Trying to have a hot girl
Summer. Right. So those are just some of the do's and the don'ts preparing for waxing.
Okay. So we kind of got into some do's and don'ts and some etiquette. What are some more etiquette tips that you can give like before you come to the spot? We know wash yourself.
See, he going back to it again.
That's a big etiquette thing.
Stuck on that.
Because I want to make sure y'all don't come up in here and
embarrass yourself.
Oh,
even though she ain't gonna talk about y'all, but she not gonna do it. But just be nice. She's offering these great services. You can at least you can do.
One good spot etiquette period is silencing your phone before you go into anybody's spa.
Oh yeah, you got the sign on the wall right there. I see that.
Yeah, like silence your phone. Like this is the time for you to kind of disconnect. It's the time for you to really focus on you and take care of you. So silence your phone before coming in instead of taking calls in the middle of services.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. Like in this day of age, man, we so glued to our phones 24/7. So like even just to disconnect from that, this is a great spot to come and just relax. And because when I come here, I don't think about my phone, I don't think about nothing. I just think about getting their massage, their facial and stuff, man. And just apparently I fall asleep, but I don't think I fall asleep. Like I don't remember falling asleep.
You get in a trance, she put you in a trance.
Yeah, it be that deep. Like it be that deep. Like I let go everything that's worrying me at that moment and just relax.
Man.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's why a lot of times, which I said I was going to start getting on more often, because a lot of people ask us about videos of our services and stuff, but I don't really record that much in the treatment room and stuff because I'm too busy focused on, I said I was going to get better at it, but I'm too busy focused on like the person and stuff. And sometimes people want a video and come in like that first time. Sometimes people will come in and they will video like their interactions and their foot baths and stuff. But once they come that second time and they already know how it is and stuff, they don't even have, like some people leave their phone in the car, but that's the goal. And so if you leave your phone in the car, I don't want to be the person with my phone out in your face trying to, record.
That's crazy. I was just thinking about that. I was like, when you get to that point where you come in, you don't even have your phone, and you really, you impacted that person, and they come in here to just, release.
That's why I like that a lot of our clients are like word of mouth. Like somebody has already told them like what to expect. I know coming in, new clients maybe want to see like videos of the services and stuff, which I have a few videos up, but I like that a lot of clients and stuff that come to us are like word of mouth. Like they already know what to expect. Like somebody have already like talked us up and stuff. So, and they just trust us because their friend came or their family came.
Right. Oh man, I'll tell you, is there anything else that you want to tell everyone here before we let you go?
I think that's about it, except to make sure to tune in to Wellness Talks with Lex.
So when we're gonna kick that back off? I'm putting it on the spot. That's the only way I can do
Look.
it.
You gotta make a commit to it.
I gotta make a commit
Look,
to
I'm trying to
it.
side God, okay. What I'm gonna do tonight is go in because let me tell y'all. So remember I told you I was on this spiritual journey and all of this stuff was going on. I had to have a talk. God had been speaking to me, but I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
So I had it in my mind. I had already been telling people, I was like, I've been doing this for about 12 years and stuff. And, I'm getting ready to retire. And I had started cutting. Remember I told you I started cutting my hours day. I started cutting my hours short on my day and stuff. And then I had started telling different clients like months ago. I was like, I'm getting ready to retire. I'm cutting back. I'm going to go to maybe like 1 or 2 days a week. But some people were like, you know, it ain't time for you to retire and stuff yet. So remember I told y'all I've been on this spiritual journey and stuff, and actually getting to know myself. Where I actually feel like I've been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm just realizing like my actual purpose, right?
Mhm.
So I kept on saying, I even told Monica, I was like, I feel like I'm getting ready to retire. And she just be, sometimes Monica just listen to me. That's my wife.
Uh-huh.
She just be letting me talk. And she just be like, okay, like, yeah, okay. So one of my friends had called me one morning. She called me out the blue and she was like, I just want to call and tell you that you're not getting ready to retire, that you still got work to do. Okay, bye. Early one morning.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because like a few days after that, my esthetician put in her 2-week notice. And I was just like,
Man, I can't. I can't retire.
When she came and told me in the room, I was just like, okay. And then when she left out, I was like, Lord, you funny. like, you're really funny. Like, and then it was crazy because so many people had been, I had even posted it one day. I was like, I had used it in one of my posts and I was like, yeah, because I'm getting ready to retire and this and that. And one of my clients had called it and was like, we seen that up in there when you said you was getting ready to retire. So it was like, people kept telling me, no, you're not. Like, you still got work to do. And like, even one of my clients, she always gives me like a word when she comes in, and she told me, and it just stuck with me, and I actually kind of use it in my marketing and stuff, because she was like, you actually give something to not just women, but to people what the world tries to take down and take away,
Right.
especially like with Black women saying they're not beautiful enough, that they're not strong enough, that how the world just tries to come in and beat and tear you down. She was like, you give an outlet where you build that back up into people in general, not just women, but in people. And I was like,
You know what to say?
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And so when she said it, I was like, well, dang. And so now that I feel like I'm actually walking in my purpose,
Yeah.
and I know that I'm walking, I'm more conscious of it. And I said, I'm going to retire. I started opening up my schedule, and it's crazy because people have been coming in, and you know how I told y'all, some people come in and they don't even get like a service.
Mhm.
Some people come in and we end up talking, and it's like we've known each other. Like either they give something to me or I get something from them. It's like an exchange.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, dang. And then meeting all of these new people, and then some people coming in and be like this is what I needed. And then for some of the people have even been walk-ins. Like I had like a cancellation where somebody had got sick, or for instance, last week one of my clients had to go to the emergency room.
Mhm.
And so she missed her appointment, and it wasn't like her. So when I called and reached out to her, she actually was in the emergency room, but she couldn't come to her appointment. But a few minutes after that, I got a walk in, and it was a lady who had lost a family member.
Okay, wow.
And didn't even know it until after the service, and she had like a moment. And she was just like, I was just driving by, and when I Googled the place, I was looking for places where I could just go to relax.
Wow.
And she just happened to be in the area when she Googled the places, and she came in here, and it was crazy how that lined up.
Mhm.
And so when I tell y'all, he works in like mysterious ways, and you just be like,
Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
yeah.
I see what you're doing.
So I opened up my schedule more. So I'm working a little bit more than I was working. I'm actually working like I was working when I first started.
Yeah.
And that was another thing. I was like, what in the world? I feel like I'm back to where when I was first started. I was like, this is the point where, society, how people like, you a boss and you supposed to, other people supposed to be working and you're supposed to be taking and sitting back and stuff. But I realized I'm a server, and so I'm meant to actually serve
And help people.
And that's exactly what you're doing, man. The service that you provide for so many people that you might not see it, or a lot of people might not look at it like that, but you're serving so many people, because when people walk into this place, walk into this building, man, they leave a different person. They leave with weight lifted off their shoulder. They leave with a service that has satisfied them. And so, man, you're doing so much for so many people in this community.
Yep,
and
this
that's
is
kind of my goal.
this is your ministry. This
Right.
yeah, this is your ministry. People come in with some worries, they leave out worryless.
And then we even have it to where we go to businesses and stuff now too.
Okay.
So if there are any businesses where they want us to come in and work on their employees, or if it's a business where they want to set up something for their customers and stuff to come in, we go and set up little areas and stuff for either for the staff there, like an employee wellness day, or for their clients to come in and have a wellness day and we service them. So it's like we do this like little community thing when we go out and serve the public.
You might need to come into some of these schools during the end, like towards the end of
As
the
soon
school.
as they invite us in, we
Uh-huh.
there. We'll block it off on our date. We
Yeah.
actually went to a school in Rayville, and then it was another school in Columbia. So we sent some people out to go and do a few things
Oh,
for
that's
the
dope.
teachers
Yeah.
and stuff there.
Because testing time is one of the most stressful times for teachers. Testing time is oh, I'm thinking about it now.
All right, so look, before we end this podcast, look, tell the people how they can get in touch with you, how they can find out more about your business and get some services done.
You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Alexis Sherrill. It's ALEXIS. Sherrill is CHERRELL.
All right, we appreciate you for stopping by the podcast
Thank
and letting us
you.
set up here and do the podcast. Also, we appreciate that.
I definitely gonna have to come get a facial.
Yeah, get that facial.
Get that facial.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and before you can fall asleep and do your thing, man. I'll tell you, man. Look, thank you for stopping by, man. Thank everyone that tuned in, that checked in with us, man. We appreciate the love. Thank y'all for listening to the Culture and Effect podcast.
See y'all next time, next week.
Hurt with a name to know. Go Guerrero. When you need advice and don't know where to go. Go Guerrero. When family matters, we've been a family firm for over 85 years. At Guerrero, the difference is clear. When you're hurt with a name to know. Go Guerrero.
Calling me collect. Hello?
Hey, what's up, T-Lay, man? It's T-Baby, man. I need you to get me out of jail and get me out of jail now. Who? T-Baby, man. Stop playing with me, bro.
Man, you better call Tyrone. If you find yourself like this in need to call Tyrone, well, call Mr. Bell Buns. That's 325-3733. Serving all of Northeast Louisiana, Washita Parish, Lincoln, Union, Richland, West Carroll, and Jackson parishes. That's Mr. Bell Bun. In jail, call Mr. Bell, 325-3733.
Live to Mike Babaganoush for a special report on the streets. Thanks, Bob. My name is Bill. Whatever. We're live at Turkey Legs on the Run, and it's sweeping the nation. They're stuffing your favorite foods into turkey legs. Ma'am, I see you have chicken Alfredo stuffed in yours. Care to tell us about it? Riveting. Sir, I see you have a sausage jambalaya stuffed leg. How is it? Well, you heard it here first. Turkey Legs on the Run is just that damn good. Turkey Legs on the Run, 207 Sterlington Road in Monroe.